All right, what's going on, guys? We're gonna walk through my mind of this 10-minute game I played. My opponent had the white pieces, and as you can see, I'm 482. I played a little bit since my last video, and I won a few. But my opponent went e4, so I played c6, the standard Caro-Kann, nothing crazy. And then they went d4, which is just book. It's just what you do when your opponent plays c6, so I played d5. And I'm thinking either advances or takes, but he played the standard variation, which is my least favorite. So in this position, I take the pawn because I know he's going to take it, but I'm going to get compensation for it because we each are up. We each have a pawn. So, I mean, I'm compensated, and I just put some pressure on the knight. This is just me developing my piece before I lock in this pawn. So my opponent puts pressure on this bishop. So before I do anything, I want to bring it back because I'm anticipating this knight coming out somewhere, and then if takes, then takes, and then I'll have this open file. So my opponent brings out his queen, and this is where I ran out of brain. Like, my brain said, I don't know what's happening. It just short-circuited. And so I just pretended like the queen wasn't there. And I brought out my queen. I'm like, if we're going to bring out our queens, you know what? Let's bring them out. I'm going to give a stupid check, because we're playing stupid today, apparently. And he blocks it with his knight. Now, he could have blocked it with his pawn, but he blocked it with his knight. And so I bring my knight out and just develop a piece. Nothing crazy is happening yet, and now he brings out the pawn. Next, I bring my queen out, and I'm like, you know what? This queen is annoying me. Let's get it off the board. Let's trade the queens. We're up even material, and instead, he brings out his knight here, and this is apparently really good for me. This is great for me. The evaluation bar is negative 3.8. And now it wants me to take his queen. The evaluation wants me to take his queen, or it'll say, right there, it also wants that. I did neither of those things. I just developed a pawn and let him figure out what to do, and now the eval bar is literally just even. It's just even. So we're going to come back here. And he puts some pressure on this knight. He got a battery on the queen. I said knight. He put some battery on the queen. And so I just pretend it doesn't exist. Because if queen takes, bishop takes, knight takes. It's just even. So I just let it go. And I brought out my knight, preparing to castle queenside. And he says, all right, you're going to move your queen. So I do, to a safe square, and he brings his queen to nowhere. He brings his queen to c7. It's not seeing anything. I mean, it's seeing this. So my first thought was to bring my rook over here, but you know what? I left it go, and I just developed a pawn. I'm attacking the center, and then he takes the pawn. Now, this isn't a big deal for me because I am going to just protect this pawn. I'm going to protect that. Well, this pawn, he could literally just take this pawn. This right now is a free pawn, but he didn't see it. Instead, he developed his knight, and this was a free pawn. Not only was it a free pawn, it was a free pawn with check. So I bring my queen down, demanding a trade because now his queen is trapped. There, it's dead. 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 Or dead. And there, it's dead. So his queen is trapped, so now it's trade time. And he's up 1 point of material, and now he takes in the center. He's putting some pressure on my bishop, which I don't care because I'll again just open that file. So I put some pressure on his knight. Say, where are you going to go, my friend? Where are you going to go? So my thought process is he's going to go here, but he went nowhere. He just castled. And he knew I wasn't going to take that because I'm not going to give up a bishop for a pawn. So I did, though, because I'm an idiot. I'm like, you know what? Let me be stupid and just give up 3 points of material. Now he's up 2 points of material. And now he's pressuring my knight. So I move the knight. And then he brings out his bishop, attacking my rook. Because my opponent is apparently playing much better than I am. So I block. Because that's, just a smart thing to do. And I'm thinking, please don't go en passant. Please don't go en passant. And he doesn't go en passant. Because then I would have had to deal with this. And I couldn't take. And then he'd go here and that'd be check. So now I castle. I'm like, you know what? I got to get my king safely somewhere. And then he brings his knight out. But this knight isn't doing anything. I mean, it might think some here, but... So I bring the rook out. Because I'm thinking if he goes here, it's attacking my rook. So I bring my rook out, looking at the e5 pawn. And he just brings out a bishop. So I take the pawn. Because it was free. It's just free. So he brings out his bishop to a6 to pressure my rook. And so I'm going to save the rook, of course. And this is where things get crazy. He brings out his pawn to b4. It's doing nothing. So I pretend it doesn't exist and I push f4. And then he pushes c4, pressuring my knight. So what I'm thinking is I can go there, pressuring this, but I go the wrong way because I'm like, why take a pawn when I can take a bishop? Why take a free pawn? It's just no, actually, it wasn't free. I'm glad I didn't do it. Idiot me in the moment was thinking of taking that, and then I went here. Thank goodness. And then he attacks my rook. So I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man. So I bring it up there. And then he moves his knight and to a place that's not doing anything. So I take the knight or the bishop because that's what it came there for. And then he brings his knight out attacking my rook, which is doing nothing because I'm just going to move it. And here is where I'm like, I got checkmate because takes, that's checkmate. So I take, but he doesn't take. He blocks the attack, and so I take anyway. You know what? It's there. I'm going to take. And now I'm up 6 points of material. Why not just take it? So now I give a check, and then he moves his king. And then I take the pawn because it's just free. I mean, he takes, and then I take, and that's just free. Instead of taking my knight, he moves his king. So what do? I take his knight. You're going to give it to me. I'm going to take it. And so he takes a pawn for nothing. And then I bring up my rook because he can't take it. And I'm thinking I'm just going to start gobbling up pawns or even gobbling this pawn. And then he brought his bishop down to b8 and resigned. He resigned because I had mate in 4. Like, I had mate in 4, and he just resigns. Because next I was going to go there, and now I didn't see mate in 4. But the evaluation from here said I had mate in 4. But we were both getting in a time crunch here. But yeah. This is why you never resign, because I was down a large portion of this game. Like, white was just winning for a large portion of this game. But that's going to do it for me, guys. If you like this video, remember to crush that like button. Subscribe with all notifications turned on so you never miss a daily video. And I will see you in the next one.